Hi, I'm Martin McGrath from Financial Edge Group. Financial planning is what we do. Today I want to talk about financial planning and why we view it as not just a transaction, but a relationship. A lot of clients, when they come to us, we start with what's called a statement of advice. And that's when we do a fair amount of work over a couple of months. We research and review all of their financial affairs. Check out their super fund, what investments have they got in there, make sure their cash in their bank accounts is sitting in the right spot. If we've got debt, making sure we're on the right path to get that cleared, reviewing insurances, looking after pensions and Centrelink and all that kind of stuff. So there's a fair bit of work that goes into that. It comes at a cost, and as part of that, we work through and fine-tune things, fix things up, move things around, and importantly, prepare a projection for where we're going, mapping out the next few years, 5, 10 years, 20 years kind of thing. And that's great. That's the perfect place to start, and that's the foundation for us, to make sure we've fixed up everything we need to and we're on the right path. But we don't think the job's done then. There's still a lot to do, because as best as we map out that plan, often like in life, things happen over a period of time. We might do this year, that next year. Incomes might change in the future. Things will always change along that 5, 10, 20-year horizon. Income might go up or might go down. COVID might happen, we might lose our job for 3 months, and so how do we adjust things along the way? We might get a bonus or a pay rise. Where does that extra cash factor into the plan? That's a nice surprise we didn't know about. Expenses might change. We might be able to save some bills on certain things. Kids might finish school or cost or education. Where do we put that extra cash flow now? Expenses have gone down, or vice versa. Cost of living's gone up. Hey, we need some more money every week. What do we adjust to make sure that's coming in the right way, kind of thing. Obviously, the investment world changes all the time. Life and the share market doesn't go up in a straight line, so it's important that we're here to help adapt and change things along the way. And importantly also, the way we work and the way the government works is the rules and regulations change. Often for the better, that okay, we can put this much into super to maximise your retirement. All of a sudden next year the government says, now you can do more. It's important that we're here to help you adjust that plan as needs be. As best as we map that out, there's always going to be changes. We factor in as much of that stuff as the start, but things are always going to change along the way, if that makes sense. Importantly, as part of that, we're also here as a sounding board, because things in life might also change, whether we like it or not. Relationships might change, people might pass away, we get an inheritance, all that kind of stuff. The map or the plan is always going to adapt along the way. An analogy that was described to me once by someone else or a client, in fact, we work with, is the initial plan, I suppose, is figuring out where we want to go to. We want to go from Sydney to Melbourne. Cool, let's put it in Google Maps. That's our original plan. But we find along the way, things are going to change. This road might be closed. The conditions might change. It might be raining. It might be sunny. It might be hot. We might need to stop for a toilet break. And that's a kind of financial planning along the way. Hey, there's a roadblock here. We've got an extra 50 grand to fix the house. Let's do that. Let's move the money from here. We can fix it up later. We'll catch up on the trip by saving a few more money next year or something like that. There's a new freeway that's been built we didn't know about 3 years ago. We can now put more extra money in super. We can get to retirement sooner. Might not be the best analogy, but it's often a good way to think of that. SOA is that's the original plan, put it into Google Maps, but along the way, Google adjusts things as you go. That's the ongoing relationship with financial planning. Yes, it comes with a cost. We would only offer it if we're confident we're adding that value back. It's agreed to every year, but that's why we think it's important to be a relationship and not just a transaction. Hope that makes sense and helps. And feel free to reach out to chat any further if